What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life. Welcome to West Tampa. You can see there's a for rent on this street right here. And if you go down to the next block, you can see another for rent right here. Guys, this is another real estate market in Florida that is in dire situation. On the left, you can see a car for sale. Over here, you can see the grass is overgrown. This is what most Latino neighborhoods in Florida are looking like right now. Now, this part of Tampa is predominantly Hispanic. In fact, this part of Tampa is so Hispanic that even the city of Tampa has to print signs in English and Spanish for the community regarding pets at this park. The same old story throughout all of Florida right now. Tarps on the roof, mattresses out on the curb. So here's a for rent sign here, and then there's a for rent sign right there. So take a look at this neighborhood. Here's a for rent sign here. There's a for rent sign across the street. I was at the Tampa airport today dropping off a passenger on Uber, and the Tampa Uber waiting lot was full. I got a notification telling me that I needed to leave the Tampa airport because it was full. But these are people that are gonna have to wait hours and hours. Like the people that are waiting there, right? The people that are sitting there waiting. This is abandoned commercial real estate near the airport in Tampa. There's really no reason why there should be abandoned commercial real estate in a city the size of Tampa. This is not what commercial real estate needs to look like. There's no reason why there should be this much commercial real estate for lease near the Tampa airport. In the last years, they've been building stuff like this. Giant, brand new distribution centers and commercial real estate. The amount of commercial real estate available in this part of Tampa is definitely concerning because with proximity to the airport and kind of geographically in the center of just a large metropolitan area, this area should really be thriving. There should be no reason for there to be this much vacancy in this type of urban setting. Trade, with Tampa being a port city, is a huge part of the economy here. And trade is definitely not looking good in the United States. And the profit margins on trade sometimes are not as big as you would imagine for some people, and it doesn't take a lot to uproot entire economies and for hundreds of people to lose their jobs here in Tampa. This guy's doing all right, bro. He's got a pink Integra. All right, guys, so now we're gonna run up to Waters. Now this area of Tampa is heavily Hispanic, mostly Cuban, Puerto Ricans, and Colombians. A lot of Cubans and Colombians have been here for many decades, so they're US citizens, but Tampa did get quite a few of new arrivals because affordability in Tampa was much better than Miami. It's almost on par these days, but Tampa has a much less competitive labor force, which means that many of the new arrivals in Tampa from Latin America, instead of heading to Miami, have been heading to Tampa. So it's only understandable that now Tampa would have a huge problem with the current situation. Now this part of Tampa over here is called Town and Country, but it's not town and it's not country either. But there is a Pollo Campero! Yeah, buddy! El Pollo Campero! What is it with the roads in this part of Tampa, man? They're in bad shape. You're driving through here and you're just bouncing all over the place, man. It's pretty bad roads. This was supposed to be like an affordable alternative to Tampa many decades ago, but unfortunately, because of affordability and the fact that it's high population density, this neighborhood, which was kind of nice many years ago, today kind of isn't. You got people collecting scrap metal out here, fixing cars on the front lawn. This neighborhood was actually pretty nice many years ago, but today it kind of looks rough. And This is kind of like almost 90 or 80% Cuban, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there's a lot of Dominicans here now. But today, it definitely doesn't look as nice as it should look. In fact, you can see here that these houses actually have metal bars on the windows, which is definitely not a good indication. Overgrown yards. This one looks abandoned. Metal bars on the windows, moldy, no cars in the driveway, overgrown grass. Definitely doesn't look too good out here. So despite kind of should be a suburban area, you know, in theory, because it's kind of on the outskirts of Tampa, when you got metal bars on the windows, that's definitely not a good sign. And like looking around this neighborhood, just about everybody has metal bars on the windows. So anytime you see a neighborhood where you got to have metal bars on the windows, things are bad. Look at how overgrown this one is. Take a look at this, guys. This is what neighborhoods in Tampa are looking like right now. That's crazy. You see a for rent sign here or there, but what you're mostly seeing is just properties completely abandoned, which is pretty sad. It's probably been 20 years since the last time I was back in this neighborhood, if not more. It's probably been about 22 years since I'm back here. And this used to be a nice place. It wasn't fancy, but it was nice. It was decent to live, but I'm looking at the condition of this neighborhood today, and it actually looks pretty bad. I guess there's one last redneck left in this neighborhood. This is the only country thing about this whole place. It's just this one property. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this guy's Cuban by the fact he's got an old 50s car in the driveway. Oh, pero creo que. Looking around now, I'm gonna guess there's a lot more Dominicans here than I thought. Has a camper and they've put a carport over it and they're renting it out, right? Now, keep in mind, these are really already densely populated areas. But on top of the fact these are densely populated areas, then you also got people living in campers. So, and somebody might charge $700, $800, $900 to rent out a camper. So you're seeing a lot of mattresses out by the road. That's people that are moving out of the country. They just had a mattress and that's all they had. Again, people living in campers everywhere. The situation with housing in Florida is so bad. You got people living in sheds. You got people living in campers. I mean, if you drive through here and pay real close attention, that's a shed, but it's got a window shaker, right? So this area of town and country used to be nice suburbs many years ago. But today it's kind of like middle-class suburbia and pushing inner city almost. And somewhat almost of a hood vibe, inner city hood vibe, you could say. You got food trucks in the Walmart parking lot. You can get churros. You can probably get Cuban pizza, I'm gonna guess, somewhere out here. Sure enough, yeah, Cuban pizza. So there's a Walmart and there's an Ollie's here, and it's completely empty. It looks really, compared to usual, right? It looks empty. Like this parking lot almost looks abandoned. A lot of people believe everything they hear on the media, that Florida's got the best economy and this and that, because people are believing this garbage, and then they're moving here to Florida thinking that they're going to find all these incredible opportunities. Look at this parking lot. There's like nobody out here. Like, this is insane. Like, everywhere you go, it's just really empty. Well, this town and country area looks like crap. The grasses are overgrown, the houses are unkept, the sidewalks got trees growing on them, roads are bumpy. Every other house has an RV rented in the backyard. Like, this crap over here don't look too good. The amount of people living out of like campers and buses in this neighborhood is astonishing. It's kind of like an eyesore of an area, really. It doesn't look good. It looks run down and decrepit. And like, these used to be nice areas. Like, some people still try to keep their properties pretty, like this one here, this one here. Like, you know, some people are trying to keep their properties nice, but then next door they have somebody living in a camper, like right there. You can just see the top of the air conditioner on that one. You guys know where we're at right now. So I don't believe how much town and country has degraded. This used to be a nice looking area. You can tell there's a lot of Cubans around here. Over here in Apollo Beach, south of Tampa, the same scenario, for sale signs everywhere. Yeah, buddy. Oh no, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Community over here in Ruskin's really with the craps, bro. Everybody's pimping. This is the most gangsta suburban place I've ever seen. Like, they in the suburbs, but they really keeping the trail out here, man. Say, if you're really trying to live in a gated community but feel like you're still in the hood, consider Ruskin. Definitely the trenches of gated communities. How you gonna live in a nice community like this and then not mow your grass? Yeah, buddy.